Hello and welcome to ELL, the channel that will educate and motivate you on your fitness journey. Are you struggling to grow your muscles as fast as you want? You're not alone. This is a common hurdle many face on their fitness journey. Muscle growth is a complex process, not just a product of lifting weights and chugging protein shakes. It's a fine balance of many factors, and overlooking any one of them can hinder your progress. In this video, we'll explore 5 reasons why you may not be seeing the muscle growth you're striving for. We'll delve into areas like protein intake, sleep patterns, training methods, caloric intake, and the concept of progressive overload. Each of these factors plays a significant role in muscle development, and understanding them can be the key to unlocking your full potential. So if you're ready to break through the plateau and start seeing real, tangible results, you're in the right place. Stay tuned as we dive into the first reason your muscles might not be growing as quickly as you'd like. The first reason could be your protein intake. Are you consuming enough protein to fuel your muscle growth? Now let's dive into the world of proteins and their essential role in muscle development. You see, proteins aren't just an element of your nutrition. They're the building blocks of your muscles. When you exercise, you create micro tears in your muscle tissue. The body then uses proteins to reconstruct these muscles, making them stronger and bigger. This process is called muscle protein synthesis. But how much protein should you ingest for optimal muscle growth? Well, the answer might surprise you. While the recommended dietary allowance for protein is about 50 grams per day for the average person, those who are active, especially those who lift weights, may need almost double that amount. We're talking about around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight daily. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you should aim for approximately 150 grams of protein each day. Now I know what you're thinking. Where am I supposed to get all this protein? Well, there are plenty of protein-rich foods you can incorporate into your diet. Your options are not just limited to chicken, beef, and fish. You can also get protein from dairy products like milk and cheese, as well as plant-based sources like lentils, beans, and tofu. Even some grains like quinoa and oats contain significant amounts of protein. And of course, there are always protein supplements like whey and casein, which can help you reach your daily protein goals. So, to sum it all up, if you're not seeing the muscle growth you're striving for, take a closer look at your protein intake. Are you consuming enough to support your muscle recovery and growth? Remember, your muscles are like a house, and proteins are the bricks. Without enough bricks, you can't build a sturdy, big house. To put it simply, without sufficient protein, your muscles won't have the building blocks they need to grow. Another common roadblock to muscle growth is something you may not expect: lack of sleep. Yes, you heard it right, sleep, or rather, the lack of it. Now you might think that the real work in building muscles happens in the gym, but that's only half the story. The other half unfolds when you're tucked in, catching those Z's. During sleep, your body goes into a state of recovery and repair. It's during this time that the muscle damage from your workouts is repaired and new muscle tissue is created. This process is aided by the release of growth hormones, which occurs mainly during deep sleep. Experts suggest that for optimal muscle growth, around 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night is ideal. So if you're burning the midnight oil or binge-watching your favorite shows into the wee hours, you might be sabotaging your muscle growth without even realizing it. So, if you're skimping on sleep, you're also shortchanging your muscle growth. Are you pushing yourself too hard in the gym? Overtraining could be stunting your muscle growth. Let's dive into the concept of overtraining. It's a state where you're training so intensely and so frequently that your body doesn't have enough time to recover. It's like running a car engine without giving it a break. Eventually it'll wear down, right? The same principle applies to your muscles. They need time to repair and grow. If you're continually pushing them without adequate recovery, you're limiting their growth potential. Now, you might be thinking, I'm tough. I can handle a rigorous training regimen. And yes, pushing your limits is crucial in fitness. But there's a fine line between pushing for growth and pushing into overtraining. So, how do you know if you're overtraining? There are several signs to look out for. You might feel excessively tired, irritable, or have a noticeable decrease in performance. Your motivation might dwindle. You might even suffer from more frequent injuries or illnesses. If you're experiencing any of these symptoms, it's time to reassess your training routine. Now, the solution to overtraining isn't to swing to the other extreme and become a couch potato. It's about finding a balanced training routine that gives your muscles the stimulus they need to grow, while also allowing for adequate recovery time. You might consider incorporating active rest days into your training schedule. where you focus on light activities like yoga or walking. It's also crucial to listen to your body. If you're feeling run down, or if your performance is suffering, it might be time to take an extra rest day. Incorporating variety into your workouts can also help prevent overtraining. By mixing up your exercises, you're not continually stressing the same muscle groups, which can help prevent overuse injuries and promote balanced muscle growth. And finally, don't forget the importance of proper nutrition and sleep. These are key components of recovery and are just as important as your workouts for promoting muscle growth. Remember, more is not always better. Give your muscles the rest they need to grow. You might not be eating enough. Yes, you heard it right. Inadequate caloric intake can slow down your muscle growth. Now you might wonder, how does eating more help my muscles grow? Well, let's break it down. When you're working out, you're essentially tearing your muscle fibers. To repair and grow these fibers, your body needs energy, and that energy comes from the calories you consume. But if you're not providing your body with enough calories, it simply can't generate the energy required to repair and build your muscles effectively. Now, here's a term you might have heard before: caloric surplus. It's the state when you're consuming more calories than your body needs to maintain its current weight. And guess what? This surplus is your best friend when you're trying to pack on muscle. It provides your body with the additional energy it needs to build those muscles you're working so hard for. Eating enough is just as important as eating right when it comes to muscle growth. Last but not least, you might not be challenging your muscles enough. Lack of progressive overload can hinder your muscle growth. But what exactly is progressive overload? In the simplest of terms, it's the gradual increase of stress placed upon the body during exercise training. It's the cornerstone of muscle growth, and a concept you can't afford to ignore. To build muscle, you need to consistently increase the demands you're placing on your muscles. This can be achieved by increasing the weight you're lifting, the number of repetitions you're doing, or the intensity of your workouts. Incorporating progressive overload into your workout routine doesn't have to be complicated. Try adding more weight to your lifts every week, or aim for an extra rep each workout. Remember, the key is consistent, gradual increase. Don't rush it, but also don't let your muscles get too comfortable. Keep challenging your muscles. They need to be pushed to grow. Those were the 5 reasons why your muscles might not be growing as fast as you'd like. Let's do a quick recap. We spoke about the importance of getting enough protein in your diet, as it's the building block for muscle growth. We also underscored the significance of sleep, a key time when your body repairs and builds muscle. Then we tackled the concept of overtraining, and why it's crucial to give your muscles time to recover. We discussed the role of calories, which provide the energy you need for your workouts and for muscle synthesis. Finally, we delved into progressive overload, the process of gradually increasing the stress placed on your body during training, a vital aspect of muscle growth. Addressing these issues can make a world of difference in your fitness journey. Now that you know, it's time to take action. Share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. Thank you for staying with us till the end. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos. See you next time. And don't forget, your muscles are counting on you.